What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? All right, gang, I've got a hump day editorial. It's kind of a double header for you. Another two. I think I did one earlier this week, but I got, again, a double header. Two editorials for you here wrapped in one. Both are really going to piss you off. But this first one's really going to piss you off. And this first one sends a message to all you cop watchers out there. This is going to send a message. I want you to hear me on this. Okay, it comes out of, the first one comes out of Sacramento, California. And your Attorney General here in California is sending a message. California Attorney General Xavier Becerra announced Tuesday that he won't file criminal charges against the two Sacramento police officers who killed an unarmed black man, which was Stephen Clark, while responding to a call for vandalism last March. The California Department of Justice conducted an independent investigation, into the shooting death of 22-year-old Stephen Clark and decided the officers acted lawfully. This guy, now what happened to, I'm going to conduct an internal investigation myself, I'm going to go through this as Attorney General, and on March 18th, I will give you my concluded findings. And then all of a sudden, the next day says, you know what, I'm not going to file. Forget it. I thought he was going to do this whole investigation and he's talking out his ass. The California Attorney General is talking out of his ass. He really is. Because what happened to, well, I'm going to do this investigation, I'm going to do this, we're going to internally look at this thing, and by March 18th, we'll give you the findings. And all of a sudden now, the next day says, I'm not going to file. Nah. What? Did I miss something? Let's go on. Becerra says in a news conference in Sacramento, our investigation has concluded that no criminal charges against the officers involved in the shooting can be sustained. Clark's killing, which followed a string of deadly confrontations between police and black men in other parts of the country, ignited protests that disrupted at an NBA game and a city council meeting. I don't see it here, but I was reading this story, and there's one place in the story, or maybe it was somewhere else, where they said that the officers, they truly believe the officers were afraid. And that's the message that I said was being sent, is that they said, well, the officers were justified in their shootings. And he even says here that no criminal charges against the officers in the shooting can be sustained. And somewhere else I read where it was either the Attorney General or someone else that said that the officers fired justly because they were afraid. And that's a message that's being sent. And by the Attorney General saying here that no criminal charges can be sustained, he's saying, yes, they were afraid for their lives. They thought he had a gun, even though it was a cell phone. So now every time the cops are, I'm afraid, they can shoot you. They can now lawfully shoot you when all they have to do is say, I was afraid. I didn't know it was a video camera. I just saw something black in his hand and it could have been a gun. So I shot. I was scared shitless. So that's why you always hold your camera out in front of you like this. Don't do none of this. Don't be pointing your camera. And hold it out in front of you just like this. Say, it's a camera, dude. You got a problem with that? Make sure those cops know you have a camera or iPhone or a Samsung or whatever you have that's a recording device. You make sure they see it is a recording device. See? You make sure of that. Because now they can lawfully, well, they could already, but this really sends a message. Hey, all you have to do is say, I was afraid. Going on here, it says demonstrations sparked anew in California's capital the last few days after District Attorney Anne Marie Schubert announced Saturday that prosecutors wouldn't charge officers Terrence Mercadel and Jared Robinette in Clark's death. There were 84 arrests reported at Monday's protests in Sacramento, including a pastor, a preacher, man. So These people are out of control, man. 2 officers can now lawfully walk around their police department going, yeah, we shot him. And it was okay because we were afraid. You say, oh, they're probably not strutting around. Come on. These cops are happy as hell they're not getting charged. Are you kidding me? And the message has been sent. All you have to do is say you're afraid, and you can shoot them. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. I am going to put a link to both stories in the description box. Let's go to the next one, and it comes out of Pevely, Missouri. Is it Missouri or Missouri? I guess if you're from there, it's Missouri. For the rest of the country, it's Missouri. So I've got a story here, and I'm going to show you the story. Missouri residents will get that joke. Pevely, Missouri. And I'm saying it wrong. It's Pevely. Saying it wrong the whole time. Pevely, Missouri. The Pevely police chief resigned Tuesday, months after violent allegations were raised against him. The Pevely Police Department confirmed that employees were informed of Police Chief Charles Tony Moutre's resignation. The department said no replacement has been announced. In January, the I-Team, Channel 5, I guess, I-Team, reported an alleged November 17th incident between then Police Chief Charles Tony Moutre and his wife. In the police report filed in Jefferson County, Moutre's wife said she was flipped off a bed and dragged by her hair after an argument over infidelity and his cell phone. In his statement, Charles claims that his wife accidentally fell off the bed. Don't they always say that? Well, she ran into my fist. I'm sorry, just as an accident. She accidentally fell off the bed when reaching for his phone. He did admit to forcefully moving his wife by her neck in an attempt to get his cell phone back. No charges were filed in the incident. But he admitted he grabbed her by the neck to get his phone back. You know there was more than that. Oh, I just grabbed her by her neck. The I-Team reported another violent allegation dating back to 2016 when Moutre was a police captain. In August 2018, the city of Pevely settled the lawsuit for $300,000, but neither the officer nor the city admitted any fault in the matter, of which Moutre, who was not in uniform, when he allegedly stomped, kicked, and even stood on a man's face. And then, get this, Moutre was officially named police chief. So he allegedly stomped, kicked, and stood on a man's face, and they said, "Hey, that man, chief. He knows how to get shit done." Pevely, what is going on, Missouri? Come on. After reporting on the alleged domestic violence incident, Moutre was placed on administrative leave and was still on administrative leave when he resigned. So this cop who's just getting away with stuff, 2016, 2017, here it is 2019, they finally go, you know what, going back to the top here, some other violent allegations were raised against him, and they put him on administrative leave as police chief, probably the city manager, right? And then he finally says, you know what, I quit. Y'all ain't gonna let me be police chief and kick ass and take names? I'm out of here. I'll go be police chief somewhere else. And he will. He'll end up being a police chief or a police captain in some other township or some other town or some other city. Or he might even end up being a county sheriff somewhere. No, I know you guys are going to start screaming innocent until proven guilty in NY. It's all right. Maybe this guy was innocent. Maybe he really didn't stomp on a guy's face even though his face was all fucked up. Maybe he didn't really beat his wife up, although he admitted to dragging her around by the neck. Yeah, normally that's what happens when you and your significant other get in an argument. You just drag them around by the neck. That's normal, right? I would never do it. In fact, I'd beat the shit out of somebody if they grabbed my wifey by the neck. Meet Mr. Fist. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. News Now Yucaipa. It's hump day, and I got to go get ready for work. But I will be out there this week. I don't know if I'm going to be out there Friday. I think me and wife are going to do some Friday toss downs. We're going to do some exercises, some 12-ounce exercises. But I will be out there Saturday cop watching. I want to let you guys know what's going on across the nation with law enforcement and in our local community. Talk to you later.